Welcome to the Tomsriver Show. Pat O'Melia here. You a concerned Tomsriver resident or seaside resident? You know, either. It sounds kind of like the suburb, seaside. We're filming this show here at the Ready to Roll Studios in Seaside Heights. I got to understand more about the management of Tomsriver. It seems to loom over every town, whether it's in Seaside Heights, Seaside Park, Lavalette, Berkeley, Pelican Island. You always hear the Tomsriver influence. We got to go to Tomsriver for that. I got to understand more about the management of this area here, administration-wise. Now we got Christmas coming, and we've been producing the Seaside Heights Christmas special. I guess it's the third year, fourth year now, something like that. Now this year we're going to include some of Tomsriver. Our gallant camera people, Mike in particular, was out at the official Tomsriver tree lighting. I'm sure you're starting to see some footage of that. And it was like a little festival. It went on for a couple of hours. Mike had a good time there. He's got a lot of footage. When you watch the Seaside Heights Christmas special, you'll see a lot of that footage. And you'll see some streetscapes. You're going to see a lot of Christmas wishes from the various elected officials, people from the business community, the civics. And in Jersey City, Bayonne, and North Bergen, we really do a big Christmas special here. It's an hour, and it features the best Christmas decorated home contest, where we give out the equivalent of like $1,000, 3 winners in each city. So hopefully somewhere down the road we can do that here in Tomsriver. Now, as I sit down to do this show, the legalizing sports betting is being discussed by the Supreme Court. And we're also considering legalizing marijuana, pot. And yeah, all the vices, all the legal things, like marijuana was illegal. You had to sell it on a street corner. You would open a door, you want to buy a dime bag or a nickel bag. I don't even know if they sell it that way anymore. Dime bag kind of shows your age. You're a person of a certain age. Maybe they do. Dime bag, nickel bags. And now legalized sports betting. These are all the things that organized crime and gangs sustain themselves on. And little by little, we're turning that into legal business. The lottery itself, the New Jersey lottery, the Pick 3, Pick 4, the Pick 3 was the numbers game. All those numbers, one time, were illegal. You would see your bookie, same way as you place a football bet right now. Unless you're betting it in Vegas, you're making a bet with a bookie, or a bag man for a bookie, or a numbers runner, that sort of thing. The state kind of ran the numbers guys out, even though if you hit the number with the bookie, you got $500. There was no pool. There was no, you hit the number and you got like $180 or $220 or whatever. It was $500. But the state kind of took that over. And the idea of the New Jersey lottery, as with casino gambling, was to cut taxes in New Jersey, fund the schools, senior services, and I'm not sure if that worked out, because the senior services are underfunded, the schools, you know, the school budgets are ridiculous. Probably part of your highest part of your tax bill is schools. In some areas, Jersey City, where I'm from, where the gene pool is, where everybody starts. Most people in Tomsriver, Seaside Heights, Ocean County, they're from Hudson County, Jersey City in particular, Abbott District. So the state pays a good percentage, quite a bit of a percentage of our school budget. Same thing with Hoboken. Yes, bougie Hoboken is an Abbott District. Nobody ever talks about bougie Hoboken being an Abbott District. It's always Jersey City, but yeah, there's Hoboken there. And Newark is an Abbott District. And the idea of the lottery and the casinos was to get a handle on that, and it wouldn't be such of a burden on the homeowners. Well, that didn't work out so well. So now, Governor Christie, and if he pulls it off, it is a tremendous amount of revenue. And Ray Lesniak's got to be in that conversation too. Governor Christie, Senator Ray Lesniak with the legalizing sports gambling. If the state can get that through, it's like a $150 billion a year industry. Now, the state got their hand into the fantasy. If they can get legalized, and we kind of agreed back in the 90s that we wouldn't have legalized gambling, the state, of New Jersey, if they can get that done now, reversing our own decisions from 20 some odd years ago, that could be Boomtown. Now, that also does two things. First off, it's a lot of revenue for the municipalities. Hopefully it cuts your property taxes and makes your stay here in New Jersey that much easier if you can reduce your property taxes by 10-15%. Now, with the kind of money that is generated from sports betting, that's feasible. That's a possible happening if we can get this done. And it also has the other side of the coin. It takes the illegal, the organized crime, the street gangs out of that. It takes revenue out of their pockets. That's one of the pros of marijuana, even though the state is in a big opioid battle, but we're going to maybe consider legalizing marijuana. I'm going to ask the Ocean County prosecutor about that. But right now, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Neill, you here? You there? Now we archive these at HMG TV shows. We also stream on livestream.com. You go to HMG TV shows, we immediately send you the live stream. You can download that app. You can watch our shows anytime on your smartphone, your tablet, your web-enabled TV, your computer, and you can enjoy us over and over and over. And eventually, I might start doing this show live as we upgrade some equipment in the studio here in our North Bergen facility. We do the Jersey City show and our Hudson County show live. And one of the things I want to do in Tom's River is help organizations do some fundraising. I'm going to start a show we've been working on for a while, the First Responder Show, where we're going to celebrate the first responders, fire and EMS people. And when we help those organizations fundraise, we'll do that live. And you click the little button, you can make your donation. That's in the works, we'll get done. Getting back to the legalizing sports and marijuana, because it's revenue, and everything is driven by revenue. As I said in a previous show, Governor-elect Phil Murphy, he doesn't want to be one and done. He doesn't want to be Florio. He doesn't want to be Corzine. He doesn't want to be Jimmy McGreevy, who was in my North Bergen studio last week. I'm sure Mike's showing a shot of that right now. We produced the 31st District for State Senator Sandra Cunningham, and she had the former governor in as a guest. He doesn't want to be one and done. And that's what happened to the last three Democratic mayors, governors rather, and that ushered in 8 years of Republican governorships. So Phil Murphy's a smart guy. He doesn't want to repeat those mistakes, and those mistakes were taxing the hell out of you. But the idea of when we legalized the lottery, the numbers game, and gambling in Atlantic City was to take the pressure off you, the property owners, from school budgets, senior services, new revenue streams coming in. Well, we're the highest property taxed state in the country. So something went wrong there. Well, what went wrong, first off, we milked Atlantic City until it ran dry down there. But the money was coming in, so we didn't care. The state made contractual agreements with unions and so forth. And the money was coming in, we didn't care. Once the money started getting tight, things became a problem. Teachers' unions, all those things just mushroomed up because we had the money. So all that additional money wound up getting sucked up. And, of course, the only way to balance the budget was you, the property owner, mom and pop. Now, the concern is that could happen again. Now, we're talking quite a bit of money here with legalized sports gambling. Like I said, it's $150 billion with a B per year. And I don't even know what the number would be on marijuana. probably more than the sports betting. There's certainly more pot around. But what happens if we get all this influx of money? First, the first thing I should do when this is legalized, and if the influx comes in, is, like I said, immediately cut your property taxes 10 to 15%. Phil Murphy does that, and he can do it if he's got legalized sports gambling and legalized marijuana. Those are going to be two great revenue streams. What are the repercussions? What is the collateral damage from that? Well, you know, it depends on you say, well, pot, it's not a gateway drug, it's not addictive, it doesn't lead to other drugs. There are arguments that can be made that it will. Gambling on sports, that's going to be far worse than gambling on the lottery. So that could be incredibly addictive. It's always interesting when you see a commercial for the lottery, then they have that 800 number for Gamblers Anonymous. There can be tremendous collateral damage that's involved in that. But it is a lot of revenue. So if we manage this properly, it can work, but it's going to take a lot of management. But the beneficiaries of this has to be you, the property owners, the residents of New Jersey. You gotta take the burden off the property owners here. You know, you got the Republican tax plan, which is probably going to pass. And as of right now, they're negotiating left and right about property tax deduction. If you lose a majority of those property tax deductions, it's going to put a lot of heat on those municipalities because you're not going to be able to write them off on your taxes, your local property taxes. So the heat's going to go on municipalities to bring those property taxes in line. And will that happen? I don't know. But now you have all this revenue stream. So the municipalities, in this case, we're going to discuss Tomsriver, they have to figure out if we're getting this influx of money, how do we do it? How do we handle this? Don't just say, well, we got a lot of money now. Let's go and make this commitment and this contractual agreement and raise these salaries and buy this and, you know, just go spending money wildly. It is now time, and I think Mayor Kelleher, we just had him on last week's show. We're discussing the aftermath of the election, and we'll cover that, I think, in this show a little bit more. He's a smart guy. He's run this town of Tomsriver pretty well. It isn't the highest property tax. It's somewhere around, I guess, middle of the road, Tomsriver, maybe a little lower than halfway. 50% in the middle, maybe a little below the halfway mark. He's done a good job, and you still have a lot of ratables off the books. And there are concerns now with the new governor coming in, you know, what kind of aid you're going to get from the state. Well, I'm going to tell you, if we get legalized pot and legalized gambling, sports gambling, there should be a lot of revenue coming in. All right, we're going to break for commercial, and I'll give you some examples. We'll be right back.
Pen & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. Pat O'Melia here. You a concerned resident there. If you want to email me, go to HMG TV Shows, where we archive all our shows. And you can go to the Gene Pool Jersey City show. You can see me there talking about Jersey City. Going to have the runoff pretty soon, the runoff election. We got 4 this year. We got 4 of our wards that are in runoff elections. You can email me if you have an issue with Ocean County, you got an issue with Tomsriver, you got a consumer issue. We're pretty good at that. That's how I cut my teeth back when I started in radio. Consumer issues, dealing with the municipalities, getting potholes filled, helping seniors. If you're a senior or you know a senior that needs some help, get in touch with me. But you can email me there at HMG TV Shows. Now, with this influx of money, which would be great for all the municipalities, they're constantly having issues. I come from the Gene Pool, Jersey City, where our mayor, Steve Fulop, is constantly trying to rein in his budget. But his budget now is at almost $600 million. And for all the years I've been covering that budget, it is more than doubled. I remember back in like 2001, 2002, with then Mayor Glenn D. Cunningham, marveling over the budget being $325 million. How can we sustain $325 million? Now we're looking at $600 million. But Mayor Fulop strives to cut expenses, and what he has done in Jersey City was merge departments. Autonomous agencies were merged into the city where he can have more control. Collateral damage of that, where the Jersey City Incinerator Authority and the Jersey City Parking Authority were autonomous and union, they were brought in, and now they got civil service protection. So there's some collateral damage to that. It waits to be seen on how much we save. But right off the bat, he got rid of directors, jobs that were the same, redundancy jobs. He got rid of that. And that's what Tomsriver needs to do. Shared services and combining departments. Right off the bat, Tomsriver is the big city, Ocean County. You got to start talking to Joe Picari and the freeholders. Joe Picari, I think, is the director now of the freeholder board. Sharing the load, shared services. Roads and parks. You know what? The County of Ocean maintains roads and parks. You know what Tomsriver does? Maintains roads and parks. Now, I don't think there's some way we can work something out to lower the cost to the residents of Tomsriver and the residents of Ocean County, because you're paying both those taxes. You're paying property taxes in Tomsriver and you're paying property taxes in Ocean County. Somehow, there's got to be a meeting of the mind that they can start working together. And there's a lot of those departments. You got cultural affairs. You got engineering departments. You got health and human services. You got senior services. You got legal departments. And that's one of the most expensive items is payroll. If you can start sharing the burden with the county or other municipalities, and I know Mayor Kelleher has been doing that with other municipalities, some of the shared service, but you got to go further than what Mayor Kelleher is. Whether you got new revenue coming in from marijuana or sports betting, you got to get a handle on your cost. And do we need all these departments? It's like Mayor Fulop did in Jersey City. He started combining departments. He was able to get rid of salaries that way. He was able to, if he couldn't get rid of the salary, he gave that salary more responsibility and he got more bang for his buck. You take Tomsriver. You can combine, you got Tomsriver has departments like the Public Works Department and Roads and Buildings and Grounds. Those are two different departments. Combine them, put them all under the DPW umbrella. You need directors in each one. Do I need a director for Public Works? And then we have another director for Roads, Buildings, and Grounds? No. These are how you cut your expenses. Now, maybe this is, if this what the new Dem Council is going to do. But somewhere along the line, you need to cut the expenses so you can cut the cost of government, and that cuts the cost to the property owners here. You know, it goes. You know, if you combine those departments, you know, each one has various personnel, various equipment, various tools, various insurances. You can combine that all under one roof. And maybe you don't need as many pieces of equipment. Maybe you don't need all the various tools, or you need the various computers and the various benefits, all the things that go into that. This is what needs to be analyzed here. And shared services is one way you can cut that expense. And like I said, I know Mayor Kelleher has done some shared services with other municipalities here in Ocean County. He's got to sit down with the big kahuna, Ocean County itself, and say, listen, we got to start working together. And there's, you know, like I said, you got equipment, you got inventory. You know, you got these departments, like I said, you got Public Works, then you got roads, buildings, and grounds. They probably maintain basically the same type of inventory. They're, you know, in Jersey City, again, going back to the gene pool, our DPW handles all that responsibility. And what Mayor Fulop did when he combined the JCIA, and he had them merged in with DPW, he got rid of a lot of supervisors, got rid of directors, got a handle on the payroll that way. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You watching the Tomsriver Show? I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Back, you're watching the Tomsriver Show. Pat O'Melia here. You concerned. Hopefully I'm giving some guidance here. At least hopefully I'm entertaining you and educating you. Educating, entertaining, as long as you're watching. That's all that really matters, right? As long as you're watching. The election aftermath. And it's kind of what we were just discussing. And you know, what is facing the new Democrat-leaning city council, well, town council for Tomsriver. Where does all the changes in the political landscape? Now, you know, see, when Chris Christie was the governor, listen, the Republican Ocean County and the Republican Tomsriver could pick up the backbone. We need some help. We need some transitional aid. Yeah, you didn't get the whole loaf, but in Jersey, nobody gets the whole loaf. You know, you can request X amount of money, but you're going to get a certain amount. But Governor Christie, he had a sympathetic ear. Governor Christie, say what you want. I know in Seaside Heights, after Sandy and after the fire, he was out front. He's one of the reasons Seaside Heights got back on its feet quickly. But with Governor Christie, you know, you could ask for some assistance, again, with transitional aid, grant monies, etc., that kind of thing, because you had some roads you needed paved, you want to put some more cops on. Now, you got the Democrats are starting to really inch in here in Ocean County and Tomsriver in particular. They're making inroads. Now, how does that affect Tomsriver? Actually, I don't think it's going to affect it a lot because, again, Governor-elect Phil Murphy, Monmouth County guy, he's not that far from Ocean County. He understands the culture and the economy of Tomsriver. He understands the shore businesses. He understands the tourism. So, you know, the same way as Governor Christie did. So Murphy's South Jersey background and knowledge is going to come in handy, and I believe Tomsriver will do fine with a Democratic-controlled Trenton, because again, Murphy understands the economy. And when I'm looking at Seaside Heights and the boardwalk businesses and the shore, those are an economic engine. Our tourism is big bucks for New Jersey. Outside of Atlantic City, you know, Seaside Heights, Point Pleasant, these are probably the main tourist attractions along the Jersey Shore. I'm sure Seaside Heights is up there in the top 3. Maybe you throw Wildwood in there. Problem with Wildwood, there's nothing to do there. You know, Seaside Heights had a vibe, especially with your new mayor in Seaside Heights, Tony Boz. He's bringing back family values. You know, the days of Sleeside is gone. You know, but the thing with Wildwood, you know, it's like a retail boardwalk. You know, there's no games of chance. There's no vibe. There's no bells and no whistles, that sort of thing. Now, I know when these mayors reach out to Trenton, when you're talking, you know, like the Senate President, Steve Sweeney, I know when these mayors, you know, asking for assistance for their municipalities, Steve Sweeney is going to have a sympathetic ear because he understands the shore communities. You know, he's been involved in the situations in Atlantic City. He was very involved in that down there. And what, you know, it's like Seaside Heights or Tomsriver requires is nothing compared to what Atlantic City. Now, the Murphy and the State Dems, they're going to play the long game in Tomsriver in Ocean County. They sense blood in the water. Look what happened to Jen Beck in Monmouth County. They are going to try to be as cooperative as possible so they can keep picking off Republican seats. You know, in 2 years, they're going to have assembly seats up. They're going to try to work as best as they can with Tomsriver. So don't fear the boogeyman because Phil Murphy is now the governor. I think Phil Murphy is going to be beneficial to Tomsriver. But you can look at the statewide Dems looking to pick up more Republican-held seats right now. You know, you look at the statewide Dems to boost Tomsriver's activity, and the Dems in Ocean County, Wyatt Earp. I see Wyatt Earp being very busy in the upcoming years. Issues facing this Democratic leaning Tomsriver Council and Mayor Kelleher is, you guys all know this. This is the overdevelopment. We have the same problem in Jersey City. Restoring the lost rateables. Somebody's going to have to start really coming up with a game plan. We're 5-6 years out from Sandy, and we're still dealing with lost rateables. Somehow we got to incentivize to get these rateables back, because once they're back on the books, that takes burdens off the other property owners here. Zoning issues, and the traffic on Route 9 is ridiculous. The development along Route 9 is ridiculous. But we do that everywhere. We're developing on Patterson Plank Road. It's one lane each way, north-south. And we're like developing on each side of that. There will be no getting up Patterson Plank Road if you know the area by the coach house. You know, you've got religious cultures mingling now with the communities. They're not assimilating. You got zoning issues. There's supposed to be some church and state separation. How you deal with that, I'm not sure, but we have an issue. Again, going back to the gene pool, Jersey City, things like this are happening up on MLK Drive. You got the taxes. You got jobs that are needed. You got to do some corporate recruitment. There's a big job here in Tomsriver. It's not a complete reconstruction. You just got to do some tweaking with some TLC, and you got to cut some costs. All right, that's it. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. Good night.